The date was October 15, 2022. A high school senior at Cabrillo High was stressing over an essay that his teacher given him 2 weeks ago. "Marco," the teacher shouted, "the essay is due tomorrow morning, and I'm not accepting it late," the teacher shouted again. Marco was never a bad student, but he was usually goofing around in the corner of class with his best friend when he should be working, which is always done when the teacher collects it surprisingly. "Yeah, don't worry about it, mister. I'm going over to Johnny's house to finish it up tonight," Marco said with a goofy grin on his face while he nudged his elbow into Johnny's side. Johnny is Marco's best friend of 5 years, ever since Johnny transferred to Marco's middle school in the 8th grade. "Yeah, right. More like I'll be finishing my essay while you procrastinate," Johnny said with a sly smirk on his face. School went on and the rest of the day went normal. Marco had baseball practice after school, and Johnny was in the school newspaper, but they took a week off to get ready for Halloween, so Johnny decided to go straight home. After baseball practice, Marco got onto a skateboard and took off to Johnny's house, which is 2.5 miles away from the school, but it was pretty dark out. Marco made it around the corner of Johnny's place and saw that there weren't any cars in the driveway, so him and Johnny would have the place to themselves for a while. Marco saw that all the lights were off in the house and was starting to get confused. While Marco was taking out his cell phone to call Johnny, he heard what sounded like wood creaking in the backyard of the house, and Marco knew it was from the treehouse. Johnny's dad had built it for him during the summer of that 8th grade. Marco went around the corner of the house and saw that the treehouse lamp was turned on, so he made his way to the ladder and saw that no one was up there, only Johnny's backpack and a kicked-over chair and table. Marco was starting to get worried for his friend until he heard commotion in the house, so he turned around and saw Johnny standing in his room looking out the window. Even though it was dark, Marco was able to see that Johnny was covered in dirt and mud and what looked like blood running down his face. Marco jumped in shock but then quickly started laughing. Him and Johnny were always pulling pranks on each other ever since middle school, but they would always go all out on Halloween trying to scare the life out of each other. After Marco finished his laugh, he walked to the front door and was waiting for Johnny to come down and unlock it for him. Not even a minute of waiting, Johnny's parents pulled up into the driveway. "What are you doing here, Marco?" Johnny's mom asked with confusion and worry in her voice. "Waiting for Johnny to open the door. He just played his Halloween prank on me dressed like a dead person," Marco said with a little bit of joy in his voice, remembering the scare from a few seconds ago. "But the doors were never opened? We never got a notification from the home app that Johnny made it home. We thought he was at your house," Johnny's father said. Marco's heart dropped.